Hello, and welcome to Channel 2 News at 2. I'm Michaela.
And I'm Jessica.
Today is Wednesday, February 12th, and we have a very special broadcast for you. Today we will be talking about the dangers of mustard gas. For those of you who don't know, mustard gas is not made of mustard. In fact, mustard gas is an extremely dangerous chemical weapon used in chemical warfare. Since my expertise on this matter are not up to par, we have called in the lead scientist in the field of chemical warfare. Now over to Bethany Ribbick.
Hello, my name is Bethany Ribbick, and I'm here to talk to you about the dangers of mustard gas. Mustard gas, also known as sulfur mustard, can come in two forms: a colorless oily liquid or a colorless vapor. Sulfur mustard is an extremely dangerous chemical weapon often used in chemical warfare. Mustard gas is created by an endothermic reaction. One molecule of sulfur dichloride gas combines with two molecules of ethane gas and yields one molecule of sulfur mustard gas. This reaction is known as an equilibrium reaction, which means the reactants can be used to make the products, and the products can be used to create the reactants. Also, it should be noted that sulfur mustard is highly combustible and is known to be explosive, so don't try this at home. I hope this was helpful. Back to you, Jessica and Michaela.
That was very helpful, Bethany. Yes, very interesting. I wonder what health effects mustard gas has. Luckily, we have Dr. Ribbick here to answer your question.
Hi, my name is Dr. Ribbick, and I'm here to warn you about the health effects of sulfur mustard. First, it should be known that sulfur mustard can be anywhere. It can contaminate food, water, even air. If exposed to mustard gas, the health effects will depend on a few things: the level of exposure and the area of exposure. If ingested, mustard gas can cause nausea, vomiting, and sometimes even chemical burns of the stomach lining. If exposed to the eyes, it can cause itching, redness, increased fluid production in the eyes, and if not treated, can cause blindness. If the skin is exposed, effects can include redness, blistering, vomiting, fever, and burning pains. If inhaled, sulfur mustard can cause nosebleeds, difficulty breathing, inflammation of the upper and lower airways, and even death. If you think you or someone you know has been exposed to mustard gas, it's important to contact a doctor immediately. Symptoms of exposure won't often show until hours after the initial contact. Currently, there is not an antidote to exposure, but decontamination does decrease the damage. Back to you, Channel 2.
Yes, this is the awful results of the terrifying mustard gas. Yes, it was used in World War I to prevent more U.S. casualties than needed. The idea of this was great at first, but looking back at it now, the use of sulfur mustard was morally unjust. It may have saved American lives, but it killed off more innocent bystanders than actual warriors. What a tragedy. Breathing in toxic air for your last moments, and for no good reason. Could you explain the social impact on mustard gas?
Mustard gas definitely had an impact on society. The first way that this impacted lives was by harming the families. As stated before, many people who were innocent and not actually participating in the war were killed by mustard gas. The families became very upset by this because they lost family members that weren't even in war from this mustard gas. Also, the U.S. was now seen as an enemy of World War I. After releasing these harmful gases, many people were scared of what other things the U.S. could do. It gave us a
Wow, I had no idea that the sulfur gas had that many effects on the U.S. Thanks for explaining, Michaela. Now check out this trailer for a new movie featuring mustard gas.